So I'm delighted to have for this coaching corner my friend Susan Eick, who is the CEO of Refinery, which is a leadership development organization that does a lot of work with aspiring C-level employees, in addition to executive coaching for C-suite personnel themselves. Susan has a lot of perspective on the banking industry, so I value her insights into what may be going on with bankers. But the issue that I read a lot about has to do with the relative importance for C-level people of having technical skills versus soft skills. And I guess my assumption is that to get to the C level or be considered, you have to have pretty good technical skills. But what's your take, Susan, on soft skills versus technical skills?
It's interesting because I have to admit, every time I see the term soft skills, I think, oh, I wish we had progressed past this term already, because really with soft skills, there's a connotation that soft is less important or less impactful than the technical skills. And we know that's not true. In our experience working with leaders for the last 20 plus years, we know that technical skills will get you only so far as a leader. But if you don't have the ability to build trust on your teams, to be authentic, to show that you have genuine caring for your people, to be able to listen with curiosity, to have a bit of humility and fairness, you will fail as a leader. And it's interesting. So just to tell you a quick story about this to bring this point home, we do an experience with leaders in one of our programs called Good Boss, Bad Boss. And what we do is, this is generally done early in the program, where we send our participants just out on the street and we just give them the instruction: we want you to find three perfect strangers and interview them and ask them two questions. First question is, describe the best boss you've ever had. Write down everything that they say. The second question is, describe the worst boss you've ever had. Write down everything they say. So we send them out, and of course there's a bit of trepidation around that, because yes, we are asking them to interview perfect strangers on the street, which is always a little nerve-wracking. But we bring them back into the room, and we ask them to just share. So what did you hear? And we start making two lists, and they don't know why we're making two lists yet, but we basically write down on flip charts everything, all the descriptors of what their interviewees told them about good boss attributes and bad boss attributes. When we get to the end, one list is very long and one list is quite short. And we said, all right, what do you notice about these two lists? And right off the bat, they say, well, the long list are all things that are like people skills, like, they listened, or they inspired, or they showed genuine caring for others. And the short list are things like they were really good with numbers. They understood the credit side of the business. So then we asked them, what do you think about that? And the point that's driven home is that good leaders, good bosses, are people who understand how to work with and how to inspire and listen to and generate true trust with their people. Having the technical side of the skills will get you so far, but if you don't have the ability to lead and inspire others and to build that sense of psychological safety, you will fail as a leader.
So that's a fascinating exercise, and it's probably one that others could emulate. I have the same concern about soft skills. So is there a better term that we can use than soft skills to highlight the real importance of this?
We focus on leadership behaviors, and that's really it. Leadership behaviors encompass things that are traditionally viewed as soft skills, as well as, non-soft skills or technical skills. Things like being a really competent public speaker, being a really good communicator. Yes, you absolutely have to be able to know the financial side of the business and the technical side of the business, but that can't be where it all ends. So I think just looking at leadership behaviors in general and describing them as these are the things that you need to be really competent at to be a good leader, then we get beyond the soft skills versus technical skills, and we can look at this more holistically.
Great advice. Susan, thanks very much for participating in this coaching corner. And thank you again for your insights on what it takes to be successful in leadership.
Thanks, Ned.